Alright, how's it hanging, fellas? I am, doing alright today. It's gonna be a long fucking day in terms of editing. I have about 5 hours of footage I need to cut down into, like, I don't know, man, 15, 20-ish minutes. Which, I mean, that part shouldn't be too bad, it's just that I need to get it done relatively soon. I'm pretty sure I said it in, like, a video recently. I might not have, actually, now that I think about it. But I'm planning on getting another challenge run out by the time the Super Hot video hits 100,000 views, because it seems like that's going to happen any day now. It's at like 75k. You know what I mean? It's getting there, and I wanna do something special when it hits that, because to be honest, I didn't think I would, hit 100,000 views on a video. maybe in my dreams, maybe in like the next few years, but nope, it seems like it's gonna happen by December. Which, yeah, again, that's just crazy. So I'm trying to say thank you by getting out another pretty good video by the time it hits 100k. But the downside of that is I need to work my ass. Oh, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Was a bit bizarre. The downside of that is I need to work my ass off today. I have a lot of editing I need to do. I also have a lot of voiceover I need to do, which is my least favorite part of making videos by far, because it's just like, I feel like such a fucking idiot while I'm doing it. Like, look at this absolute clown making funny noises in his room for no real reason. And I guess that's just me being a little self-conscious idiot, but I mean, you know, what can I say? It feels silly. It feels silly, just like sitting in a room, making noises, and then that's like supposed to be your job. And I mean, smarter people than I have commented on that, but it's just like the fact that it's well-trodden, that it's a well-trodden discussion doesn't mean that it's any less like ridiculous. So I've got that to do today. Give me fish. Free Willy? True. How the fuck did that happen? Oy vey. Oy vey. Yeah, so I'm doing that today. I'm not hugely looking forward to it. I'm also working on a Minecraft video in the background, just because I really felt like playing some, and you know, making a video on it making a video on a game is a great excuse to play it. Like I have kind of restricted myself from playing games that I've already played and love, just because, like, why am I playing them again when I could be playing, you know, something new that I might potentially like even more. And while that is, you know, valid, I also do miss some of my like old favorite games. So just having an excuse to go to myself and be like, you know, we should play this game again, you know, for the channel. It's good, which I think is great. I think, honestly, the fact that this channel is giving me something that I love to do, how did that miss? Is giving me something that I love to do, and the potential to succeed while I'm doing it. I mean, that's really the dream, isn't it? You know what I mean? That being said, you gotta break a few eggs to get there. We gotta edit for like 8 hours a day sometimes. I'm just really dreading it. I don't know what I'm gonna do to make the editing more bearable. I think it's just one of those things that you kind of got to suffer through in order to do something that you love. Also, just was just watching that new Drew Gooden video on what the fuck? On gambling, just before I started recording. And I mean, yeah, it's shit's fucked. I gotta say, I think gambling has become such a normal part of streaming in the age of the internet that it's like, it's sad. It's sad to be in a position where the voices of reason telling you, hey, don't waste all of your money on fucking slots, are viewed as, are the minority, or viewed as like uncool or shit like that. And with like giga streamers like XQC and Trainwrecks, you know, making their modern careers off of selling gambling to impressionable like teenagers and shit. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. But like, I don't know if this is I can't imagine it is, but I guess it's just a symptom of self-doubt. But my brain does this thing where if I make an observation that is like very obvious, it'll hit me with the who cares? Like, people have already thousands of people have already made that observation before you. It's just bizarre, man. I don't know. Like, the impetus within my brain to be like, somebody's already said it, so therefore, you know, it rings hollow. It's just like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Short aging? Damn, that's true. I am aging. I gotta say, I am I'm not entirely sure if MCD, the super hot game that I'm playing right now, is like possible to be or could possibly be made into a no moving video, just purely because I'm pretty sure a lot of the levels are randomly generated, which kind of means the video would be essentially just me going, yeah, no, super hot mind control delete is possible to beat without moving if you get really lucky and you get the right combination of levels in a row. And that wouldn't be interesting at all. I mean, some people can make doing math for a video interesting. I'm not one of them. I'm not very good at math. I'm not very good at portraying it in a way that, you know, makes it interesting to view. Greed holds you down. So true, bestie. So it's a weird position to be in, because I do want to give people more super hot, since, you know, they seem to be really enjoying it. But at the same time, man, I also I don't know if it's possible or even like interesting. I hope it is, that since, I mean, so many people seem to like the super hot video. It's gotten, like, as far as I can remember, it's gotten a pretty insane like to dislike ratio, especially for a video with like 70-ish thousand views. I'm pretty sure it's got like 4,000 likes or something like that, which means, you know, a pretty insane number of people have liked the video. So people clearly like this game. Oh, sorry, people clearly like super hot. They clearly like what I've done with it. But if this game is just like procedurally generated, I mean, what is there to be done? I suppose in that way we could make a like a live stream out of it. That might be potentially interesting. But I also like, I don't really have much experience with live streaming, and I think if I was going to, I'd want to like make it an event. You know what? Since maybe I'll here's the plan. I've just thought it over in my head a little bit. I will look into the procedural generation of this game. I'll check if the levels are generated procedurally, or if they are like you know, laid out properly and there's no RNG to it. If they are procedurally generated, we'll do a live stream of MCD at 10,000 subs in Lord knows how long, and we'll try and beat the game. If it isn't procedurally generated, I will just make it a video, and we'll do that at, like, I don't know, man, 5,000 subs, question mark? I don't really know. I'm not. This game does have a weird property, which I've noticed, which I'm sure when we do no move this game will be very useful. But as far as I can tell, the game has a really hard time. Oh, sorry, the enemies have a really hard time shooting you if you're not looking at their bullets. If you are, it's really easy for them to hit you. If you're not, you kind of have to be like directly in front of the barrel for them to actually manage to hit you. Which honestly would be pretty fucking superb. If I'm able to avoid bullets by just like pretending they aren't there, I mean, that's a winning strategy, you know what I mean? I want to talk about a phenomena that I've experienced in terms of people's reaction to the Superhot video. There have been a lot of people who have, and by a lot I mean like 4 or 5, but there have been, you know, a shocking, oh my god, my throat, a shocking number of people who have seen the Superhot video and gone, but you moved. You know, you jumped and you looked around and shit like that. And it's like, yeah, man, I did. Because, you know, I don't think the video would be terribly interesting if I went, can you beat Superhot without moving around? And then I went, no. Because you can't move your mouse and you can't jump and you can't walk. You can't do anything. You just kind of have to wait for the enemies to kill you. Like, that would not be interesting. And I think the interesting thing about that is when people say, like, but you moved, you know what I mean? They are like genuinely, they would have preferred it if I had just not made the video at all. They feel like I wasted their time by creating this video. So when they say, you know, you didn't actually do it, what they're saying is, I would have preferred it if I had never watched this video in the first place. And it's just, what are we doing here, man? I think the impetus to like leave a comment like that, it's just a bit silly. You don't need to leave a comment like that, man. You can just honestly, you can just leave a dislike and move on. I mean, I think it's even more interesting because these people have to understand that that they are, you know, making the video more popular by commenting on it. Like, they're boosting the algorithm. It's such a like a bizarre thing. Do people not think when they leave comments? I mean, clearly not, because otherwise they wouldn't, you know, they'd either be leaving a more well thought out comment, or they wouldn't be commenting at all. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's interesting. This is a bad position I found myself in. I guess for a lot of people, watching videos is the point where they like when they're watching YouTube, they kind of turn their brain off for the day. You know, I'd imagine if you've like been to work or been to school for like 4 to 8 hours, and you get home and you're tired and you just want to like watch something, and you put on a video that you don't actually like, I guess it doesn't shock me that at that point their reaction is like their reaction to the video is kind of nonsensical. But I do wish people would think a little more. Or maybe I don't. You know what? Maybe this whole like little rant I've been having in my head is genuinely just completely pointless, because by talking shit they are making my life better. So maybe I don't want them to think more. Maybe I would actually prefer it if they thought less. Honestly, I kind of want to stop recording at this point and get to work on the editing, but I also, like, you know, what kind of man would I be if I stopped doing this while I was winning? Can't stop while you're ahead. Holy shit, I really thought walking into the enemy bullets would probably end the run, but nope, it did not. Honestly, I respect the grind of these guys to keep on coming in even after I've killed fucking 70 of them. And I think, you know, that's kind of I think goons in TV shows don't get enough respect. Like the fucking guys that John Wick kills. Because I mean, if I was put in a situation where my two options were either go home or fight a guy who's killed like fucking 3,000 people just like me. No, it's over. You know my reaction would be I'm going home. But their grind is better than mine. They're on some other shit. Anyway, you know what? I think this has gone on for long enough. It's been real, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bonk! Boink!